Never forget who you are. Never ever forget who you are and why God put you on this planet. It's very easy to get lost. Lost in the sauce, as they call it. With work, with indulging in things you shouldn't be indulging in with. And when you go upon that journey, it's very easy to get lost in the sauce and lost on the way. And I'll be completely honest with you, I have this past week. So this past week, I fell off a little bit, I'll be completely honest with you. I've got back, I was smoking again, having a few ciggies here and there. I was doing things that I shouldn't do. I took a step back from fighting just because of the stresses of overcommitting quite a bit. This is the other side of working your ass off and wanting to be better. This is what a lot of people don't tell you, and I think this is a hurdle that a lot of people encounter, and when they encounter it, they struggle to navigate it, and in doing so, they just tumble down the spiral of falling off the horse and not being able to get back on. So what is that thing? So when you neglect or have such a strict life that you don't have any fun or don't allow yourself to have any form of outbursts or allow yourself to let loose, then essentially what begins to happen is, the best way I can describe it is using the analogy of a bottle, okay? All this discipline is beginning to fill up the bottle, and that need for relief, okay, causes that bottle to burst. But what I've realised is the best way to do it is to, obviously you're going to keep filling up that bottle with all the discipline, etc. But anytime you need like an outburst because you feel like the bottle is about to burst or overflow, then just release the cap a bit and allow yourself to have a little outburst, and then obviously begin to fill the cup and the glass back up. Hopefully that is able to really be able to put it into perspective for yourselves. I mean, that's the best way I'm able to explain it. But with myself, essentially what I've been doing over the last week, I'll be completely honest with you, is I've taken a step back from a lot of things. So I'm still quite a disciplined man. I'll be completely honest with you, I've got back on the cigarettes for the past week, just smoking, overindulging in things that I know I need to indulge in to prevent a bigger problem from occurring. So as I previously said, like, people, they bottle up all their emotions, they bottle up their need to feel something. And when you go on that journey of being the best version of yourself, that's essentially what it's doing. It's cutting you out from all the external pleasures and feelings of life. And you can only go on for so long when you do that. That's what I've particularly noticed in my life. Like, I can't do it forever. I can't just shut myself off from everything, from women, from indulging in things, in having fun, just to pursue this one thing. Now, it's good to pursue that thing and pursue your goals, don't get me wrong, it's exceptionally important, but you need to have strategic points within your life, or within that journey, along that journey, where you're able to let loose a little bit. And I think that's the best way to navigate it personally, because it might be bad me saying this, but I'm going to say it because I don't give a fuck. It actually feels good to let loose a little bit. It felt really, really good. And now, over this past 6 days of me letting loose, I feel like I'm about to be more focused than ever, because it's almost allowed me to align my focus and let go of all those built up stresses that were building up for the last 3-4 months, and it's allowed me to get straight back onto it and be more focused, be more present, and be more aware. Hopefully that makes sense for yourself. So I do believe that when we do go on the journey of becoming the best version of ourselves, we live that strict lifestyle, no smoking, no drinking, no absolutely anything. We do need strategic points within that journey to let loose and let some steam be released, so then you're able to refocus, realign, and hit it again heavy. I know within myself, even if I didn't allow myself to have a little let loose week, then I know within the next 2 months, probably even sooner, I would have gone off the rails completely. So the best way I can see it is almost a strategic move, and I think you guys should try implement this in your life as well. Obviously, if we're struggling with drugs and stuff like that, obviously don't overindulge with drugs. I mean, that's not a good thing, because you know that's a slippery slope. Your mind will say, listen, oh, it's okay, we can do it just this one time. But obviously, yeah, there's a few drugs that you need to be staying away from, especially during this time. But there's other things you can do to sort of suffice in regards to that. So for example, as I said, this week I was smoking, eating a bit less clean than what I normally would do. So eating some cookies and chocolate, things that I really like ice cream and stuff like that. And just talking to a lot of girls. You know how it is, you got to do what you got to do, you know what I mean? But it's incredible because I didn't actually think it would be like this, but I just tried it and it's actually working. So now what I'm going to do with my life over the next year and probably forever essentially is have some heavy hits, 2-3 months of pure focused, disciplined, solid, effective work, and then maybe a week or 4 to 5 days of letting loose, allowing myself to de-stress, and then boom, realign that focus, getting switched the fuck on and getting back on the grind for those next few months again. And then boom, same thing again, letting loose, allow myself to relax, letting that steam run out, and then boom, refocus again and hitting again heavy. I'm a big believer that this is the most effective way. I just think it's a different perspective on things, and I think it benefits my life, and I think it will benefit your lives as well. Obviously, don't be that guy who does things within that release period which they know that they're not going to be able to come back from. So obviously, if you're battling with things like cocaine, and you have a few drinks and you get on the cocaine, that is not a good thing, because essentially what you're going to do is you're going to be on it for another week after, which you don't want. Essentially, when you do allow yourself to overindulge and you do turn that week into 2, 3, 4 weeks of off the horse, you're basically just resetting all of the progress you've went over and you've accumulated and you've gone through over those 3 months. You're basically shooting yourself in the foot, and that's something you really, really don't want to do. So it's just food for thought, a new way of tackling things to try to help improve your mental and help improve yourself and allow you to make gains and be consistent much more effectively. Now, I think what will happen, my theory is, when you begin to implement this, is you'll begin to have much more stronger and much more longer periods of being disciplined for. But this is the other side which not a lot of people talk about, like the need to let loose sometimes, and it's okay. All these gurus on these Red Pill guys say, no, you must work, no breaks, no nothing, no this. To a certain extent, you have to be like that, but you need that time to just relax sometimes and recompose yourself and realign your energies and connect to God, you know, and let that steam just settle, and then you're able to focus again. All right, this is my new take on things, and I think you should try and implement it as well, because I definitely think it would benefit you. Anything that benefits me, I tend to push it onto you guys because I know how effective it can be.